Hello, everyone. I'm Frank Jernigan, and this is the weekly meeting of the Phrancko Sweater Knitters. We would like to invite anyone who knits to come join us and participate in our little knitting circle and show us what you're working on. And if you are interested in a Phrancko sweater, which you can generate a pattern for at phrancko.com, then we can also answer any questions you have about it. But that's not essential. Just come join us and participate in the discussion. I see Sandra is here, but she has told us that she's at work and is just going to be listening today. So I'm not going to say hi to her. We already spoke before the recording started. Hi, Wally.
Hi, Frank.
Hi, Joellen.
Okay.
Hi, Cathy.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Sumner.
Hi.
Hi, Arthur.
Hello.
Hi, Sidra.
Hello.
Hi, Cindy.
Hi, Frank.
Oh, Arthur, I sweetened it. Oh, that's right. No, thank you very much.
All right, Sumner. We want the drinks. Get over here.
It's just hot tea today.
You serving drinks? Okay.
It's just hot tea.
Look like
Yeah,
Cathy
right.
got hers.
I have mine. For some reason, I
No,
feel
no
tired.
I
octane.
just got hot water.
No octane.
So, Cindy, what was that exciting box you got that you almost showed us?
What I was going to say is, and I just grabbed it off the front porch because I've been watching it coming. This is the box from the Sweet Meadow Yarn Club, and
Oh.
Cathy owns KnitWiz and has that uses some of the parts from the Phrancko pattern for some of her patterns that she generates, and then she also has Sweet Meadow Knits. There it says Sweet Meadow Knits. And she started, was it in September or October, Cathy?
September.
September, yeah. A yarn club, and where you can get every month, and it is 3 skeins of the Jameson's Shetland Spindrift yarn in color curated colors, because I never know what colors to choose. And so Cathy chooses colors that go with each other and that also then go with some of the ones that have gone before. And there is a little pattern and stuff like that. But I'm afraid she almost lost me when she said that for the December box, it's going to be a double knitting project. before it's always been color work, and I'm great with that. I love that. I think there's a lot I can learn. But double knitting, I'm not sure about yet, so we'll have to see. But here's what it looks like when it comes in the box. And I'll hold up the three.
Every month is different, right?
Every month it's different. So this was one for the fall. There's also a little code that you can do so that you can get the little bit more tutorial in the PDF, not just the little pattern that comes in here. You get your own little thank you card.
And it's addressed to you.
It is. It's addressed. It has my name on it.
Handwritten.
In handwritten.
That's my handwriting, S- in grade school. But hey, never stopped me.
No,
evidently. We can read it, and so it works. So these are the 3 colors for this month's box.
Oh, how nice.
Isn't that cool? Yeah, so that's it. And then it also comes with another little bit of this, because the pattern this month, I'll let Cathy talk about it, but you also get special little gifts in it. Today it is a little special hand done stitch marker, and then a thing to actually hold all your stitch markers, so you can like clip them on and hold them. So here's, oh, now I got it tangled up because it's coming. But anyway,
Project looks like fun too.
Oh, they are. They're fun little things. Last month was that the coffee mug?
Yeah, the coffee cozy
snug mug, and then a little coffee cup thing for
Mug Hug and Coffee Cozy, and then
Coffee
what
Cozy.
was September was because they always come in the middle of the month. So
Right.
September was pumpkins.
Yes. And then you also get little kind of swatch pieces with the numbers on them for the actual colors that you have. So you can keep all these together and keep track of which colors you have. And then this one, it comes also with some little string. I don't know what that's for yet because I haven't read it. Oh, and I see, Cathy, you talked about what it is, because here's the little piece that goes.
That is, it's nubbly. It's like 3D.
Yeah,
It's
you
got
can
little
see it's
rubber
like
dots on it.
grippy, little
It's
grippy.
grippy for non-slip soles. So you just trace your foot and cut out your soles, you know, a piece for the top and a piece for the bottom.
Well, that's fun.
And that's what that red thread is for. So you can use, you know, red thread to go around. And that's, of course, that's one of those optional things. Like, I don't know if I'll put that on my pair, but yeah, that's the little slipper socks.
This is the little slipper socks that are for this month pattern.
Mhm.
So anyway, it's real fun.
Yeah.
And so, but like I said, I don't know about the double knitting. That's a little bit scary for me.
It's such an easy project. I thought of you and I
Stretching,
came up with that.
stretching my
Yes, I did.
comfort level. But
I also use the ribbon and the tissue paper. I use that for wrapping gifts and put the little ribbon on it for I give it to
That's a
others.
good idea. Yeah.
it is. Yeah,
It's a dual purpose.
because every month is a different color scheme, and that's different.
Mhm.
So Cathy,
Yeah,
would you
that's
like to tell everybody how much that costs and where to sign up to get their own subscription?
Sure. You can sign up at wrong club, sweetmeadowknits.com. And on the top menu, just go to Yarn Club and you can read more about it and then join there. And it's
Okay.
$35 a month.
Excellent.
And then I have the video tutorials and stuff that go with it too.
Wasn't that fun?
Hopefully there's going to be one for double knitting.
And there will be one for double knitting. I actually might make that a longer one. Sometimes they're really short, like, you know, here's a tip and trick, and well, here's how I do such and so, and that sort of thing.
And after you do all that, Cindy, you'll just be ready to whiz through that little.
I know,
swatch.
and that was the thing I had said for myself. It's like the first of the year I have to get back to it. So if I do the little double knitting project that Cathy has, then I'll be able to do my swatch and then never have to do double knitting again if I don't want to.
No.
But you might be a
It's fun.
convert by the end.
Double knitting's fun.
I might
It's
turn
just
out to
slow.
like it. I might turn out to like it. I mean, I didn't think I
Yeah.
would like color work, and I really, really like that. I just think that's super fun.
It is fun.
So it's good. It's good.
Well, here's what I'm doing today, winding yarn. Hedgehog Tweety in Connemara.
Ooh,
And I'm
fun.
curious to see how it knits because it doesn't have a whole lot of stretch. See that?
Oh,
But it's a Falkland merino and mixed with recycled wool.
Okay.
And I'm going to make a cardigan.
Interesting.
I have a question for all my yarnies about yarn. So if I wanted an elastic to knit in with a sock for like a cuff, what do you all use? Or do you do anything like that?
I don't, but I know what you would use if you did. You would go over to Joann's or something and they have elastic thread, it's called, and it's on a spool. And it's real
Okay.
thin. It's like carpet thread size, but it's thin and you just mix that in.
I was thinking,
You can knit along with it and that'll pull
I
in.
wouldn't knit with it.
Yeah.
I would knit your regular stuff and then using a tapestry needle, put it through your pearl bumps in essence inside and kind of helical and go up. And there you can adjust for how tight you want it and how much, but just go
Okay.
around and around and around and go up. Knitting it in with the thing, you're not going to get the same stretch that I
No.
think you want.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
if you think about it, when you knit, it goes like
Yeah, it's gonna take the stretch out.
it goes like a
knitting.
ribbon candy, and so it's going to take
Yeah.
the stretch, so that you're not going to get the stretch that you want for the other stuff.
Okay, other question on that same vein. So if they had thicker elastic, like, do they have different thicknesses, or is it generally just one elastic thread?
For a thicker
you can, like-
elastic thread, they have thread, and then they start with like eighth inch and go up
Yeah, which is more like
Okay.
kind of what would go around the
the neckline
don't
or
know.
something.
like a
Okay.
neckline or something that is. So it's going to be thicker. It won't be like thread.
And
Yeah,
I
I'm
have
gonna
some
see if I can
really
find some.
fine sock yarn that I would like reinforcement thread.
Then that's nylon.
That would just be nylon, but a similar thing,
Mhm.
and you would knit that along with.
Yeah,
Yeah. Or you could
Okay.
even use cotton thread for that. I mean,
but you
Yeah.
do carry that one the same.
hmm
Right, you carry that one with you. Okay, that makes sense. I've had all these questions. I'm doing a lot of reading in knitting books. And like some things people will mention, but they don't tell you how, right? Or like what the name of the product is. I guess it's like a knitting pattern. Sometimes they're really good and they explain everything. And sometimes you really have to know how to knit or don't buy the pattern. Right? That's
Find that
that's
out
how-
Okay.
until it's too late.
right.
I'm putting some stuff in the, if I can figure out where the chat is. I put a link in the chat to Joann's of some of their elastic thread that they have.
Yeah, and I have them
And you'll
around the
kind of see
corner.
what that is.
Like
Yeah.
not around the corner. They're about a mile away.
But you'll see what that is. That it actually looks like just thick sewing thread. It's not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's perfect.
It's not most of the other. When you get wider elastics, they're like flat. They're like a tape.
Mhm.
Like you think about a waistband elastic just shrunk down. Those are different. That's not what you want. You want it that it actually is like a thread. And they come in different colors. So you can get different colors if you want.
Okay, that's great. Very good. I got all these questions. I'm sorry.
It's totally
I'll
fine. I
keep
think
going.
it's better that you
I'm
talk
gonna
that
keep
I
going.
don't. Go ahead.
So with the Phrancko hoodie, the pattern is available, and I don't have the edition, but it's in Cast On magazine for the Phrancko hoodie. And I was asking Frank before the recording started, what is it based on? And it's his crew neck sweater. And my stitches are just a little bit off what the large size is listed on the pattern. So I was going to do it completely custom based on the fact that I did just knit another Phrancko V-neck that worked out really well. And then before that was the Phrancko crew neck. And then just follow his instructions for the hoodie and put the hood on it. So I'm kind of excited about that. I have 30% more of the baby blanket, and this one has to be for Christmas, Frank. So we're getting there.
You're gonna have to hurry up, Sumner.
Yeah.
I expected faster knitting out of you.
Yeah, I know.
The rest
Yeah.
of us just kind of go along like a slug, but you go fast.
Yeah, between that and boot camp, I'm like, oh my God, every spare minute I'm knitting, right?
Do you have all the blocks for that now?
I'm getting there. I have 30% left. I have 10 more to do.
I mean, did they all come with the pattern? I thought it was one of those mystery things.
It was a mystery thing. So I have all of the instruction.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Well,
that's good.
And I have 10 more blocks to do.
That's not so bad.
No, it's okay. Like I just did one block. It took it was like 5 hours or 4.5 hours. So
as
then
long as you don't have to do a double knitting block, you'll be fine.
Yeah, a double knitting block would take like 12 hours. Double knitting takes a long time.
It does.
It's fun. My sister just showed me her favorite hat that I made her, and it's in double knitting.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
Oh my goodness, it took forever. It literally took me like a month to make a hat.
Oh my gosh.
Like a hat. Yeah, too long. But anyway.
Well, let me say a few words about the Phrancko hoodie. First of all, I'll share some pictures of it so everybody knows what we're talking about. So this is the Phrancko hoodie, and as you see, it's got kangaroo pockets. And it's got a nicely shaped hood, and I specifically made the hood rounded so that there's not a point sticking up on the back of your head or the crown of your head.
Thank
Mhm.
you. I
Here's
like that.
another view of it. My friend Alonzo agreed to model for me. And that's how it looks. See, it's rounded. It doesn't stick up. So I had to work pretty hard. I mean, do a lot of
Yeah.
trial and error to make sure I got that right. So that's the way that's what it looks like. And it is in the summer issue of the 23 summer 2023 issue of Cast On magazine. So that's where the pattern is. And what Sumner was inquiring about is, as most of my patterns, in fact, all of my sweater patterns start with a Phrancko sweater that I generate on my website. And then I simply modify it to add the design elements to it. And so I did that with this, as all of the other sweaters. And it turns out that I thought this one would be one of the easier ones to customize from your own generated pattern. And that's what Sumner was asking about. If he generated a custom fit pattern of the crew neck style, could you then refer to the pattern in the magazine and figure out how to modify the pattern you generated to add the hood and make adjustments to the front of the collar, and also to position the kangaroo pocket? So those are the things you would need to be concerned about. You Sumner, you would pay attention to how many stitches are picked up around the hood. I mean, in the Phrancko sweater, how many are picked up around the Phrancko sweater neckline that you generate, and then see how many there are going around the base of the hood. But make sure you understand that there are some parts that are overlapping, so there should be, I don't know how many, maybe 8 stitches more in your collar around the hood, because it's going to overlap maybe 8 stitches. I don't remember the number, but it'll be some number of stitches.
And then don't you double knit one row? Like you don't know double knit, but like
Don't-
you put those 2 rows together
I
and
put,
knit through 2 rows at once.
yes, I forget exactly how it's done actually.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm excited.
I know when I'm closing in the Phrancko sweater, I mean the crew neck sweater, you start shaping the neck and then finally close off with cast on all across the bottom. And you will want to take the stitches that you're going to make the collar for that overlaps like that. And it tells you, I don't know how to describe it in words. It seemed more logical to me when I was just making the modification. Um, uh, you the the hoodie pattern tells you to, I believe it tells you to cast on stitches at some point to create the 2 sides of it. You keep knitting flat and then eventually you get down to the bottom of the overlap, and that's where you knit the two together across.
Mhm.
That overlaps the two sides.
Mhm.
So just try to figure
Yeah.
how to modify the shaping of the front. That's the most complicated part to end up with the extra stitches that you want.
I think your directions make enough sense in the pattern where I'm going to be okay with that piece.
Okay.
I definitely still want to put a cord through the hood,
Oh, well, you can
like
do
a drawstring, and that should be okay. That's just going to be a folded um,
well,
piece to put the cord through.
you might want to think how you're going to design that because it's not knitted. It's knitted, how do I say this? As it's worked, it's garter stitch starting here and going up the sides of your face, and the ends are toward you, not beside it. You're not knitting into the edge. You're knitting from edge to edge, including those garter stitch
Mhm.
things. So you've got to figure out a way to add something that allows you to put a string through the garter stitch or behind
Yeah,
the garter stitch or something.
I think I'm not going to do the garter stitch. I think I'm just going to knit straight and then do a folded hem enough for a
Yeah, a
drawstring.
folded hem.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Good.
And I've done those before, folded hems. So I'm okay with that part, I think. I am. I'm okay with that.
Frank, how
all
much,
right. Yeah.
how much ease is in the hoodie?
The hood itself.
No, well, no,
Or
for
the
the hoodie,
body?
is it designed, is the body designed with a little bit more ease, or is it
Uh,
then,
I don't believe so. I mean, it's
okay,
just small, medium, large, extra large, and the inches in the chest are given in the pattern.
okay, so it tells you, so you could choose what you wanted.
Yeah, you just choose the size you want if you're knitting from the magazine, or you
Yeah.
enter the amount of ease you want if you want knitting from the website.
Right, yeah.
And then in my library of all the Phrankkos that I've done, because I have grown since I started knitting Phrankkos.
Well, you were
Welcome to my
younger. That was a
world.
long
Not,
time ago. You were
not,
little.
I was very little. I was teeny, not from top to bottom, but from side to side.
I didn't say that. I was being really nice. I was being really nice.
So, so doesn't the last Phrancko I have, if I put in my measurements, isn't it going to mirror the last sweater I did?
Yes, but you can go in and change your measurements.
Well, right, but the last sweater I did, it just fits so perfect. That V-neck, I love it.
Oh,
If
well,
if the hoodie fit like that,
you choose who your recipient is,
yeah.
and maybe you
Mwah.
snip for yourself, so you may only have one recipient, meaning yourself.
Yeah.
And you can look at the measurements or change the measurements that you have for yourself if you want to. I mean,
Yeah, but I think it remembers it, doesn't it?
it will remember.
Oh, yeah,
It will
it does-
remember
it
whatever you
does
did
remember.
last.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yes,
what I
it
thought.
remembers.
So I think I'm safe on that one. I just thought it was funny because I really have grown from side to side. Although I'm perfect now.
That's right. Perfect in
You are.
practically every way.
Aren't we all?
Mary
Yes, we are.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fun.
So who wants to show us what they're working on?
I would be glad to go.
Excellent.
This is the first time I've ever bound off in pattern. I'm finding it excruciating. It's a cowl, and
Uh-huh.
it's from
Oh,
a company called
Very
Pearl
nice.
Cowl.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm a little over caffeinated about this one is I think this is the yarn that I want to pick to do my first Phrancko. And so
pretty.
this
Very
is my
pretty.
project. Thank you.
That's
And so,
really beautiful.
yeah, so I've been working. It's nice. It's merino and then 3% silk and
Ooh, nice.
3% cashmere. So it's got a really nice
Soft.
feel to it. Yeah.
But your cable definition is lovely.
Yeah, the cables are very nice.
Really
Yes.
nicely
Wow.
done.
You know what?
They
I'm gonna
really-
take it. I'm gonna take
Yeah,
it.
it's good. It is nice.
gonna
It's
take
as
it.
good as it looks. It really is.
It is very good. It's
You're
really
all
nice.
very kind.
What is the weight of the yarn? Worsted, DK, sport?
It would be
Fingering?
worsted.
It's worsted.
Yeah.
Knitting on sevens?
Yes.
Yeah, worsted on sevens.
So the name of
Right.
the name of the yarn is Hedgerow from a company, Pearl Soho.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
Oh, Pearl Soho, sure.
Yeah, and the pattern is the Pearl Soho pattern.
Are you going to use the same color?
I am. I've just become in talk. You know, I'm talking to the right group to use hyperbole.
Yes, you are.
I've
No,
become in
it's not
talks with it.
hyperbole. It's not hyperbole. It's the truth when you're
It's the
talking to us.
fact.
Yeah.
It's the fact.
It's
Like that. Yeah, I really like the color. So this is my plan.
I do too. It's pretty.
So I think Sumner can help me. I'll start swatching in earnest, and then sometime between now and the beginning of the new year, start knitting a Phrancko.
Fun.
Excellent.
Yeah, really appreciate it.
You got a good buddy there to help you get going on the Phrancko.
I
Yeah.
think so too. Yeah, we joke about it that it's that when the pupil is ready, the master will appear. I was I was poorly knitting a long scarf, and I'd gotten to the end of it, and I was in a bad way about it. I was walking my dog, and Sumner walked by, and he had on like a New York Yarn Week or something.
Yeah.
And I said, and we knew each other just vaguely, and I said, like, oh my God, I'm having like a knitting catastrophe. And he's like, "Why, you're talking to the right guy."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had my Rhinebeck shirt on.
Yeah, that's how it happened.
Yeah. Walking the dog.
Did you go this year, Sumner? to Rhinebeck?
No, I didn't. I saved a fortune. You know, those little barns they set up. I
Little
really do-
Bonds.
Yeah, the little barns, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
They pump them through with some sort of addictive chemical. It just overtakes me.
But they're 12 bonds, you know.
I know.
God.
Yeah, I'm not. I think I'll probably go in 2 years because I'm gonna do my best to try to buy a house this year. I can't be splurging like that on yarn.
We got to finish our stash.
Well, that'll never happen, Wally. but
That's
it's
true.
a good thought.
Yeah. One of my friends that I used to knit with, she passed away. I went to the wake the other day, and her husband says, "I have a chest full of yarn. You have to get." I said, "Oh, okay."
Oh my goodness.
I said, "At the beginning of the year," he says, "No, within another week. You have to come and get it." I said, "All right." So,
You're going to be there in 5 minutes? 5 minutes.
You know how at birthday parties they give out favors? I think at memorial services of knitters, they should just give out skeins of yarn.
yeah.
Gosh, what a great idea.
Hmm.
Forget
Here's something to
the
remember them by.
forget the wake. Just make it a big knitting party.
That's right. Just make it a big knit party.
Well, is anybody going anywhere for Thanksgiving?
I'm going down to California.
Oh yeah, I knew that, Cedra.
Oh, that's
It was
fun.
kind of a spur of the moment. My daughter calls and goes, we don't have anybody coming for Thanksgiving. You want to come down? I'm going, yeah, no. It's like be $600 for us to fly. We're going to drive. So we had to go buy chains for the tires.
Oh, wow.
What part of
They
California?
still have them?
What was that?
They still have chains for tires?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we don't need snow tires here.
Right. All right.
So you got to do something.
Ah.
And we're going to be going through the mountains between Oregon and
Oh,
California.
all right. There you go.
What part of California is it you're coming to?
Modesto.
Ah, well, someone else has something to show us.
All right. I'm still on my corner to corner blanket for my Christmas gift. So
Oh, that's pretty.
That's so nice.
Oh, that's nice.
The colors that you chose are really nice one.
yeah, it's white and it's a slate gray and a beige.
Yeah, those go really good together.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
this is friend's den. So
You say it's a blanket?
yes, corner to corner. I get up to 100 squares and then I start decreasing back down.
Oh, wow.
I like the stitch. What's the stitch?
It's a corner to corner stitch. It's slip
just-
stitch, chain 3, and 3 double crochets.
Oh, it's a crochet thing.
Yeah, it's a crochet thing. I used to crochet first before I knitted. So
I did one blanket crochet for my brother. That's the only thing I've ever done.
yeah,
Crochet.
it's
I tried to
faster.
crochet with a little tiny kit of just to knit a little duck.
Hmm.
I
Mm.
gave it to my granddaughter to finish. I could not do it. I could only get about 4 rows in, and I could not figure out where to put the hook, and it was really frustrating me. And
Mm.
she's like, follow the directions. Here's a video. I still didn't get it. I just gave it to her. She finished
It's
it in
like-
like a couple of hours.
What throws me off on crocheting is like it says do a single crochet, but you do 2 loops.
Right.
I
And
know, it doesn't
then it
make
says
sense.
do a double crochet, but you do 3 loops. Wait a minute. So I
You're
guess there's a
right, you're right.
base. There's a base, and then the stitches.
Right. There's a foundation chain,
Yeah.
and then this next row is when you put a single crochet or a double crochet or a half double crochet. But you're always
Half
picking.
double that.
Yeah, you're always picking up two threads.
Gosh.
But if if you crochet in the back, you're going to have a bar across the front. If you crochet in the front, you get the bar in the back.
But see,
That's
mine
another-
is when they say, when you go into the bars, mine is like, but which bars? They
Yeah.
all look the same.
There's Sam's bar, and then there's Bob's bar. They have different decor.
I want to go to the yarn bar is where I want to go.
Sounds good. Let's make a trip.
Yeah.
If I ever open up a yarn store, I'm getting a liquor license, just telling you.
Yeah, people will need it when they do the double knitting somewhere.
Yeah. Hot toddies are in the back.
Yeah.
Where's everybody? They're in the back. Having hot dogs.
Right.
Ron said he's going to come there'll be a full Saturday
Full
with him today.
contingent, yeah.
Didn't make it.
No.
Well,
Him
I'm
and
gonna.
Sandra.
I'll show real quick. I'm still working on continuing on the one I was working on last week that Ron showed, Calliope, that had the Anzula yarns. This is the Anzula Dreamy. It's the Reniculus, and it's holding the two yarns together. The lace weight, fiber space, and then that. And so it's coming along.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yes. The color is gorgeous.
Isn't the color really pretty? Well, it's
Yeah.
funny. It's like it doesn't look like that, but this is the color of the others of the it's
Skein.
alpaca and silk.
Oh,
the
wow.
lace that's being held with it, so it really kind of tempers it down to a much kind of softer, heathery shade. So anyway, it's fun to knit. Really lovely yarn to knit with. I really like it. And I think, like I said, the very first Phrancko that I did with the Anzula Dreamy, and I didn't want to knit it. I found the yarn first, and I really loved it. I took my granddaughter, and it was the color Dark Matter. It's super soft, it's lovely, but it's like, my gosh, it's fingering. And I'm like, no, I can't knit you a sweater in fingering weight yarn.
Yeah.
This was quite a few years ago when I did the first Phrancko. And the lady at the shop said, well, just hold two yarns together. Hold two yarns of the fingering together, and it knits up just almost like it worsted weight. And so, since it was a Phrancko pattern, I could do that. I didn't have to match anybody else's
Right,
gauge.
you can do your own gauge.
I did my own, and it turned out really, really great. And it finished much faster than if I would have been doing it with fingering yarn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to still do that houndstooth in a fingering and see if I can't. The one thing that, like, to get the seam on the shoulder with the Phrancko and a houndstooth might be a little fiddly, but that's only for a couple of rows. I think I could survive it, you know.
But even if it is a little fiddly just for that part, you could for sure do that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you could do the saddle too, not have to worry about it.
Yeah. I'd want and the houndstooth would be kind of fun going two different directions because yeah, it would be really, really fun.
Yeah, that would be really cute.
I'm doing a houndstooth vest, which I got very little done on it. So next year I'm gonna get it worked on. Fun.
Yeah.
It's almost one of those things you can use scraps of yarn with if you don't want to, just all different colors.
Yeah, I really want to swatch this pattern. Arthur has a book of Japanese patterns that I got it out of, and it's one of the nicer versions of houndstooth that I found.
Oh, nice.
And I think it'll just houndstooth is picky with men's clothing. You want to be smaller rather than bigger. So I think it's actually going to be like the perfect match for like a men's houndstooth. But
I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, well, after I get through my list of projects, God love me. Please, someone show me something shiny quick.
Yeah, none of us have any problem with overcommitting or taking on too many projects.
Yeah, we all do.
100%.
Speak for yourself, Wally.
Well, as a matter of fact, I have a crochet thing over here on the table with 265 motifs I got to put all together. And I got to do this I got to do this by December 7th. Because that's when the lady, I'll be seeing the lady, and that's the first thing she's going to ask me. Where is my window?
Is it done? Where is it?
Oh, God love it. Yes. Yeah, I'll get there. Certainly keeps me busy. That between that boot camp and February is going to be my relaunch of my TKGA master program. So as soon as boot camp is over, I'm going to jump in again.
And what level are you on?
Well, I'll be level 1.
Oh,
because I started level 1 and I looked at it and I went like, I don't know enough.
If it's been too long, you may have to update your instructions.
Oh, 100% I do. No issue with that. Yeah.
It's been too long. I started in 2018.
Yeah, it's not,
You
it's not
started in
very
2018.
expensive to update.
Kathy, I love you. I feel great now. Thank you. That was a big boost for me. I really appreciate that.
Let's see. Let's see.
I am not alone.
Let's see.
Sidra, you look distressed.
Oh, I'm working on a test knit that has just been, this last week has been the bane of my life right now. But this is the swatch.
Oh, wow.
Wait, let me spotlight.
So
Oh,
the
awesome.
bottom of the it's a dicky, and the bottom of the dicky
Wow.
takes me a half hour to do the knit side, and about 5 minutes to do the wrong side. But doing the shoulder, her instructions have gotten me really lost, and I think we've got it organized finally. But what's bugging me is on the left, yeah, this is my left side. On the left side, you're doing a short row on one, and then you turn, and the cables are going opposite. And it really bugs me to see that. So I'm figuring that by the time you get to the backside, because the backside's kind of short, that it's going to be seamed and you won't even know it because it'll be up here.
Oh.
So we shall see. But her instructions on this part have been really off the wall, and I seem to be the one who's finding most of the problems on after the split or stuff like that, because I'm the furthest along, I think. But people are catching up with me.
That's why you need to be tested. That's why things need to be test knitted.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. So it's been fun, but I've got it, and it started like October 5th, and it's not due until November 30th, and it's going to take that long to get it done.
Oh.
So,
wow.
And I work, like 2 hours a night on it, usually.
Wow.
So it's a long, involved project. It's worse
That's a
than doing
bear.
sweater.
Yeah.
That's a bear. Beautiful cables.
Yeah, it is. It's been fun.
Would you
But the
hold it
whole
up
thing is
again?
all cable. And when you have to rip out, which I've had to do like 3 times or something like that, at the bottom part, I was putting like lifelines in every time you did it's an 8-row repeat. I was putting lifelines in there, but then I wasn't doing it up here. And so I tried, tinking back to get to where I needed to be and got frustrated, and I just, ripped the whole damn thing apart up the side. Because it was so much easier than trying to count, because every time I thought I was right where I wanted to be, I wasn't. So I was like getting pissed. So I just ripped that part out because that's fast right here.
Gotta love a lifeline. I just bought a roll of it.
I just take extra yarn.
I bought a cord. I just bought a whole roll of it.
The problem with those little coil thingies, or that whatever you called it, you've got to have a really thin needle to work that through.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it just pops right off. It's not wide.
Yeah,
enough.
I use a 1.
Yeah, but it's like I don't want to have to change my needles to do that. So
right,
it's just as easy to do a piece of yarn through it.
Yeah.
So,
well, it is beautiful.
Thank you. So it will be done, by the end of the month for sure, if not before.
Famous last words.
Yeah.
No, it will be, because I'm I've got other projects I want to do.
Here you go, Cindy. Here's what I'm doing. So.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
Yeah. See?
That's not even yarn, Wally. That's
it's a number 10 thread.
Thread.
Yeah. So.
Oh my gosh.
So
it's
that's
beautiful.
what I'm doing.
That is so delicate and lacy.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
But she's got a very big window, unfortunately.
So you're making a curtain.
Basically, yeah. Well, I had to develop the motif first, because it was everyone she wanted she didn't like. So I made it myself, and then she said, "Yes, that's the one." So I've been doing them. So now I got to put it all together.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why all those ladies in the 1800s sat there at night with the candles, knitting the tablecloths by all in one piece.
Yeah.
No one else wanted to help me with this. So.
Well, and that's not something that you're being commissioned for, correct?
No, it's a gift.
Wow. I'd say that's a gift.
Really?
Yeah, right.
My goodness.
What can I say? I like to crochet too. So. And I like using the number 10 yarn things. And that's on a 7 needle. So
Yeah.
crochet hook. So
I've done the doilies
yeah, they're
with
nice.
the acorns and pineapples and stuff.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Haven't done it in a long time, but I had a lot of fun doing that.
Rugs are nice to make, but now that we're so old, we trip over everything, so we got to take everything away.
Yeah.
That's why I'm doing an 8-week balance class, and that's what she said. Get rid of it all. So,
Yeah, that's a thought.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no area rugs. Yeah.
yeah.
It'd be my excuse for getting rid of the cat. Trip over her all the time.
Yes, they do want to trip you.
Oh, that's funny.
Get out of the way.
Yeah.
Screaming and hollering all the way.
Shoes under the bed, comforters that have holes in it on your bed, and you put your toe in it and you fall over.
That had happened once.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No.
Joellen, what are you working on?
I am just picking up the neckline of my little red vest. I don't think I really got an opportunity to knit much at all throughout this week. I just realized it when I sat down here. Oh, that's where I was when last time we spoke. And don't ask me what I've got kept me busy because I have no idea.
But you just moved.
That's right. It's been hard.
Yeah.
I don't know where anything is.
So are we all ready?
For Wicked?
Yes.
Ooh.
I
Yes.
am so excited. This is one of the ones from the theater in Broadway.
Ooh, I like
I
the
love it.
Some of the interesting stuff of this move was the UPS. I'm up on the 12th floor,
Yeah.
and I don't know, am I frozen or not? My thing says I'm unstable. But anyway, so
You need
the
the
No
balance
down
comment,
at the
Joe
door,
Ellen.
balance class.
the down at the door, they will push your code and it'll come up on the app. Then the little UPS man's down there with a little box and he's not allowed in. So you open the door and then he goes around to the mail room and you open that door and he puts your package in there.
Oh, wow.
So that's one app for, there must be 3 different ones.
Oh, no.
It's been a trial to learn all this stuff. Well, what's this one do? That pays the rent. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well,
That's fun.
Well, I feel like I haven't had a lot of knitting time either. I had started the sleeve last week, and now I'm nearing the end of the same sleeve. And normally it takes me 2 or 3 days to knit a sleeve.
Yeah.
So,
this thing's got in the way this week.
yes, it's been something of a week.
And you got a new baby.
You can
Oh,
see-
that looks
yes.
great.
Oh,
Yes.
did you
That's
get
nice.
your puppy?
And she's taken up a bit of our time. Yes, her name is
That's a
Chiquita.
beautiful thing. When it gets done, it's just beautiful.
Yeah, that is
Gorgeous.
really
It's really
beautiful.
pretty.
Just beautiful. I so love the shoulders on that.
You too.
Yeah.
Good job.
Good.
That is really cool.
Yeah, it's really nice how the designs integrate on the
Yeah.
shoulders, Frank. How you figured that out to really make that work well.
It would explode my brain.
Yeah.
Well, it took me so long, I was not able to meet the deadline to publish this in the last issue.
Yeah.
Now that I'm knitting so slowly or so little, it feels like I may not make the next issue. But I promised Orinda I would. So, no, I'll be done soon. And this will get published.
That's our New Year's resolution. Stop making obligations.
Yes, I'm not doing anything under pressure anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, takes the fun
Okay,
away.
you realize that this is recorded, Frank, so we all heard it.
Uh-oh.
We'll be
Oh.
addressing that later.
Probably multiple times.
Well, there's some clever editing, Frank. You're going to be in the clear.
Yes. No, most of the time I don't edit these videos. I just post them as is. I think there's only once or twice somebody said something I thought, well, that really shouldn't go public, and I had to edit it out. But
Yeah, probably me, my mouth.
maybe. I'm not naming names.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm
Maybe.
pointing fingers. This isn't knitting, but it's kind of funny. In the place I live, next, this building is called the East building, and then the other one's the North building. My son and his family are over there in the other building. So today I made a big pot of soup and some cornbread and stuff. And so my son came by with one of the kids, and the kid that's now 6'3". Oh my Lord, he's 13. He's 13. And you can't ever keep him full. So I gave him a bowl of soup and a couple of pieces of cornbread and honey and all that sort of thing. I said, well, if there's anybody over there that wants some soup and cornbread, send them over. So I got myself a little cup of soup ready and ate about half of it, and then knock on the door, and I opened. It looked like a group of Halloween trick-or-treaters. It was just like a herd came in. It's like holy mackerel. And they're all ready for soup. And so I like say moving, I've got cups, so I'm filling cups with soup, and gave them all some. And then I couldn't find my bowl of soup. So, and now I'm scraping the bottom. It's empty. and I can't find mine anywhere, and I can't figure it out. What did I do with it? Did I leave it in? Did I go to the powder room with it? Where is it? I figured out that I filled it up and gave it to one of them as one of the cups. I had it halfway full.
Oh no.
Filled all of them halfway, and then to spread it out evenly. So, I had that whole bowl of soup, and I didn't get any.
You didn't get any?
I got that very first half a cup. It was in this kind of a cup, about that much.
Oh, that's funny.
And it was tasty too.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I pouted, took a nap, and then got up and made some more stuff.
so what kind of soup was it?
It was I'll tell you what's in it, and you can call it what you want. You know what Rotel tomato, canned Rotel tomatoes?
Mm-hmm.
They have chilies and onions.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Mexican flavored
Right.
chili sauce, tomato sauce,
okay.
kind of thing.
Oh,
A can of that, and some tomato sauce and black beans. And I put a can of cream of corn in with it. And then I had made some chicken broth, the night before, chicken broth in it. And it seemed like there was something else, but that's about it. So it was very tomatoey and
spicy and flavorful. Yeah.
Spicy, yeah. It was really yummy. And I experimented with the cornbread. I cut up some fresh sage and put it in the cornbread, and that turned out nice too.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Good for you.
It was yummy.
Crushed tortilla chips would be nice.
Crushed always with a little bit of cheese. Yep.
Yeah.
But I decided to wait on that for my time when the Halloween trick-or-treaters weren't here, and I'll make me some nachos with some jalapenos.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Okay, here we go. Here's how the swatch is turning out.
Oh, all right.
For that
Nice.
for that yarn, it's pretty nice. I don't know
That is,
why all
that's
that.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the
Lots
little
of color.
colors are showing up in
There.
it.
Now
just
it's
little
now
dots.
there's that light coming through. So there it
Oh,
is.
nice.
It turns out pretty nice. I like it that there's less. I mean, on the back, there's a whole, you can see all those little threads, but on the front, it seems
Just little dots of color.
nicer, tweedier. Yeah.
It's pretty.
Anyway, I'm pretty happy.
Neat.
So that's good.
And show us what the
I'm
ball
sure
looks
it's
like.
lovely.
Oh,
I
the
can't
ball.
quite see it.
Yeah. And
Oh, nice.
there are the little flecks of color. Oh, they're just
Yeah.
random. I see. Random,
Random.
little flecks of color.
Oh,
From all
okay.
those wild skeins that she dyes, she saved the ends.
Mm.
It's fun.
Hair's a mess. Oh well.
Busy woman. I got my sweet Meadow today too. I'll just throw that out there.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah, and you stop everything because you want to go open the box so quick. It's like getting a present every month. It's really
Right.
nice. I love it.
Well, that's why I was late today, because I kept watching and it said it's out for delivery. It's out for delivery. It'll be here between this time and this time. It's like
Yeah.
it's getting close to this time. Hurry up, hurry up. And I kept checking. And
I'm
then
gonna go stand in the
right
road.
then it's like, I'm going to just check one more time before I get on Phrancko. And I went and looked, and there it was on the
Yeah.
front
Yes.
porch, sitting on top of the pumpkin.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's fun.
Yay.
Well, we're
one
right at
other,
the end of the hour. So does anybody else have something to share? Has everybody
I wanted to
shared
show
what they're
one,
working on?
one more little thing I did share. I'm
Sure.
doing helical knitting
Oh,
because the skeins were a tiny bit different. And there was a couple different ways shown to do it. And some is where you actually wrap it, and that leaves kind of a line inside, and I didn't like that. But then Suzanne in her video showed another one where you always keep the yarn that you just finished to the top and to the right, and you bring the other one underneath. So it's like you never cross the streams, like Ghostbusters don't cross the streams. You don't cross it, and then on the inside it doesn't show.
Oh, nice.
And so you
Nice.
really are just making a helical that each one's just going up. So it's kind of a cool thing. And as you can see, it doesn't leave a line or anything where I changed the schemes.
Oh, fun.
Nice.
So
Love it.
now sometimes people say knit up to a few stitches before the color change, the last color change, and then slip those stitches and continue the next row
Yeah.
with the new color. But I don't find that necessary. You have to do a
Yeah,
little fiddling to get the tension right at the color change, but I don't
right
like
at the
the color
color
change
change.
moving around the
No, I have tried that way of where you do it to a few stitches, and I don't like that either. And it seems to be that then my tension is more irregular because of some of them being slipped and doing and all that kind of stuff. And where this one, it really is right at the change. You just adjust that one stitch a little bit by hand to get it to be the right tension before you start knitting with that new color again. And it's worked out really nice. There is no line. It works really good for me. But it's a nice way to blend yarns when you're doing.
It might be a little bit more intuitive to stop a few stitches before and slip the next few, because then when you pick up the new stitch, you're not going to cross them. You're just going to pick it up as normal and start knitting.
Well, that's true.
And if you knit up to the same location, then you've got to make sure you pick it up on the right side of the old yarn, so you're, like you said, not crossing the stitches. And I mean, it's supposed to be every round is supposed to be a continuous round, and there's no finagling at this crossover mark.
Yeah, it's like the barber pole that it just goes around.
Exactly.
There is no crossing.
Right. Well, thank you for sharing that. And I think that means we are at the end of the hour. And thank you again for coming, and love seeing you all every week. And if you aren't watching the comments on these videos, it's really fun because we have a lot of people who are watching every week, and some are commenting every week. And they're part of the group too. So
Good.
some of you should greet them once in a while. That'd be fun. All right. Have a good
Okay.
week.
See you
All right,
later.
take it
Bye.
easy, everyone. Have a
Bye.
nice
Bye,
week.
everyone.
Bye-bye.